Prues, and welcome to this edition of the World 5.0 Weekly Update. This Friday, I will announce my candidacy for the United States House of Representatives for the 1st District seat in Ohio. I'll be running as a Democrat for the seat currently held by Republican Steve Chabot. But for me, the big deal is the World 5.0 platform. This platform gives us the grounding, powerful, positive change for the common good. Anyone can run on the World 5 platform and at any level. It just provides a wonderful context for creating the kind of change that we so badly require. That being the case, I'd like to review these one more time. We're down to 10 now. First, we require a just government, and we demand it at every level. The issue is not big versus small government. At issue is integrity and the return on our tax investment. Term limits are key. So while term limits may not be the ultimate answer, they do help for a situation like we have in Washington, D.C., where you have lifelong politicians feeding at the trough of the lifelong lobbyists and corporate interests. And just government is kind of a duh, isn't it? I mean, size doesn't matter. Return on investment matters. Integrity matters. So let's put the focus where it belongs. 2, we abhor war and violence and stand for peace and love in our being and in all we do. A core function of government is to secure peace. Having a stance of peace and love is critical for the World 5.0 platform to emerge. There's no way we can prepare for war and peace at the same time, as Mr. Einstein told us. So let's open ourselves to peace. 3, we work for peace and love by engaging with our neighbors and communities. This focus enables safety, abundance, and trust. This may not seem obvious, as we tend to think of war and violence as out there global thingies, instead of recognizing that peace and love are what we need in our own hearts, and to reach out from that stance to our communities and neighbors, and that in doing so, we find each other, we share together, and we make this moment a far more lovely thing than in the old culture. 4, to increase our security and sustainability, we support the local production of food, energy, products, and services. Again, this is a huge deal. If you see globalism as a big part of the problem, then you see localism as a key to our health. And creating local food, energy, products, and services creates a ton of jobs. This is the sort of effort that we need to get behind. 5, in centering our lives around local food, we share, learn, and grow together while taking control of our food back from global corporations. Presuming air and water, human life exists around food. And for global corporations to think they could control the food supply and hence abuse us even more than they do now, must end. 6, we must save our earth from the ravages of globalism and corporatism. Corporations are not people, but an instrument of commerce. We must end too big to fail. Again, this is a context which says we must go from the old corporate, industrial, tribal, nation-state era to a World 5 era. A world where we are all united and all working towards the same things. A Type 1 world, scientists would say. 7, all things have natural capital and hold value for the earth. Corporations must not be allowed to extract and pollute and socialize the costs while privatizing the profits. Socializing the costs and privatizing the profits is an old pattern, and one that has been done for hundreds of years by corporations, and it's the reason they so influence our government, so they can continue that practice. We must end it. 8, we require that labor and investment be taxed equally. Worker-owned businesses, unions, and cottage industries are heartily encouraged. As we learned from the last election cycle, money bags like Mitt Romney are taxed at 14%, and that's because they make all their money from their investments. Folks like you and I, who make our money through labor of our hands and the work of our minds, we get taxed at more like 38 to 45%. So, where's the balance? Number 9, we support hemp and marijuana. The benefits of each are clear, and they can create a host of local jobs. We recall that the plants were made illegal by greedy industrialists. A few hundred years ago, hemp was used for all sorts of stuff and still has the potential to do that today. It's an effort that can be done locally, and the growth, processing, and product making that we do with hemp could have huge and far-reaching impacts for us. And finally, 10, education is key to a successful life and a healthy culture. The focus of learning is to understand, not to be a cog in the corporate system. We advocate for public schools. So our school systems are a mess, just like so many other systems are a mess. The result is we have a very uneducated electorate, among other things. The World 5.0 focus on learning allows wonderful opportunities for us to share and grow and create new together. Life is now and our only reality. We all stand here together. In our designs and actions, we intend laws and policies which reflect the principles of World 5.0. So that's it. Again, this platform can be applicable in any number of ways and used by any number of folks, especially for political purposes. If you're able, I hope you'll join me this Friday at Piatt Park at 12 noon, downtown Cincinnati, where I'll announce my candidacy for the 1st District seat of Ohio, and we'll just see what happens. Peace out. Love, love.